Hi, Dorothea Hendriks here, your coach in presentation skills and in public speaking. Today, we're going to look at 9 reasons why speakers fail to connect with their audience. As a speaker, that's your goal. You want to connect with your audience. And what are the reasons why you wouldn't? Well, here are 9 of them. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll find that some of these are repeats, but they are worth repeating because if you want to be an effective speaker, an effective communicator, you do not want to do any of these 9. Number 1, fail to engage your audience. It happens sometimes where speakers just become a talking head. They're up there going blah, 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 and people in the audience are going, right? They just have stopped listening and tuned out. You need to engage your audience. And how do you do that? You ask them questions. You can ask them questions about the content, ask them questions about themselves, ask them questions about something, tell stories that they can relate to, identify with, have an activity or two. And this again depends on your topic and it depends on your audience. Gauge your audience, see how you can engage them. Number 2, the audience hasn't been told why they're there. I mean, hard to believe, but sometimes it happens. People are called into a meeting. People are called to go and attend a lecture, and they don't really know why they're there. Like, what's in it for them? If they haven't been told in advance, it's not written down anywhere, not been mentioned to them, then you, as the presenter, need to make sure that you're letting them know why they're there, how this will help them, the benefits that they're going to get from that information that you're going to be giving them. People need to know what's in it for them. Like, why are they sitting there listening to you, the speaker? Number 3, the audience doesn't feel any enthusiasm for the topic because you, the speaker, aren't enthusiastic about your own topic. It doesn't matter if you've been giving the same presentation all week and the same wording and the same slides, and you're going through them for the 10th time at the end of the week. It doesn't matter. Every time you give a presentation as a speaker, that energy, that enthusiasm, you have to infuse and enthuse the audience with the topic, the excitement of your topic, what it's going to do for them, how will help them in their work, change their life. I mean, I don't know, whatever it is, but the energy has to be there on your part, the speaker. Number 4, you're not fully prepared. The speaker's not fully prepared. Maybe fiddling with something having to do with the slides, the PowerPoint. Maybe the speaker doesn't know the sequence of the slides. It has forgotten. Maybe the speaker isn't fully prepared with all the content, goes down too many rabbit holes. Who knows? But preparation is key to connecting with your audience. Number 5, they're not clear on the message because the speaker isn't clear on the message. Maybe the speaker has so many ideas, so much information that the speaker just shares it all and goes down a number of rabbit holes, and the audience is a bit unclear. Like, really, what's the main point here? What is it that I need to walk away with? What are the action steps? What's the message? What's this person really talking about? Message, 10 words, maybe 15 words in the palm of your hand. My message is, finish the sentence off clearly, I'm going to say clearly, succinctly, and correctly. So my message is, whatever that is, short and sweet. Number 6, the speaker doesn't know or understand the audience well enough. This can happen. You may think it may not, but it can happen because sometimes the information that a speaker gets from the manager, from the human resources department, from whoever is hiring the speaker, the information isn't quite correct or not full enough, not clear enough. So what's really important here is that you get that information as a speaker and that you also maybe check with some of the people who will be participating in the workshop, people who have signed up, who you know will be there. Ask them questions. What is it that you're looking for? What are some of the frustrations you've experienced? What are some of the challenges, the problems that you've had in terms of doing these particular presentations or whatever it is that you've been asked to teach your group of people? One of the very early workshops that I did, I was hired by a manager, sports group, They had a group of volunteers that were going out into the community, talking about sports events, working to fundraise. And I was asked to give a presentation on public speaking. I was led to believe that these people that I was going to be speaking to needed to beef up their public speaking skills, were nervous, need to build up their confidence. Oh, when I got in front of the group, whoa, it was a completely different picture. They needed some public speaking skills for sure, but they were all very confident, very able, very adept. They've been going out for 2 years already, speaking on behalf of the organization, and they were not happy that I was there coming to teach them public speaking skills when they had already been doing it for 2 years. Whoa, we had to do some quick shuffling around to make things work. So, what were their problems? What were they experiencing? What were the challenges? And address those instead of the basic public speaking skills. So, make sure you understand the audience as a speaker and what they need and what they want. Number 7, the audience gets bombarded with too much information. Information overload. The speaker has so much, and this goes back to a previous point about not clear on the message, because the speaker has so much information and so many rabbit holes to go down, because the speaker wants to make sure the audience doesn't miss anything. So the speaker hands them everything. Oh God, that's exhausting. That's exhausting for an audience to kind of work through and figure out what's the most important stuff. Don't bombard people with information. Give them what they need and a little bit of what they want to help them in their work or do whatever they're going to be doing with the information you're giving them. And number 8, not looking at the audience, not looking at the audience. How do you feel when you're having a conversation and somebody isn't looking at you? They're looking everywhere else, but they're not looking at you. No, we want people to look us in the eye when we're having a conversation. And it is exactly the same when we are speaking to an audience, whether it's over Zoom, whether it's in real life, real person to person, real time. So important that we make eye contact to let people know, I see you. I hear you. And we're connecting. Number 9, the speaker doesn't show appreciation or acknowledge the audience. Something so simple. It can make a world of a difference, letting the audience know you appreciate them being there. You appreciate their participation. You get them involved and you're thankful that they're there. And if you can help them in any way, but showing appreciation, showing gratitude, acknowledging them for taking time out from their day, from their work schedule, from whatever they're doing to come put bum in seat and listen to you. You need them. They may not necessarily need you. So be grateful that you've got an audience to speak to that's willing to listen and can give gratitude in return. So those are the 9 points for making sure that you as a speaker connect with your audience. Making sure you engage, making sure your audience knows why they're there, making sure that you've got energy for your topic, making sure that you're fully prepared, making sure that your message is crystal clear, making sure that you know the needs and wants, the challenges of your audience, making sure that you never bombard your audience with too much information, making sure that you look at your audience member, the people who are sitting there listening to you, and making sure that you always acknowledge your audience and show appreciation. Until next time, this is Dorothea Hendriks wishing you mountains of success.